Hello, angels! Welcome back. Today's tarot reading is going to tell you what's in store for your love life for the rest of 2020. This reading will apply both to singles and for people that are already in a relationship. To get your reading, just pick one or more of these piles 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then go to the description box or the comments below to get your corresponding timestamps to jump to your reading. Pause if you need more time to pick. Pile number 1, let's see what cards I pulled for you. I have the 5 of Swords, the King of Coins, the 10 of Wands, and the 5 of Coins. So for this pile, I'm getting very distinct and different messages for both people that are single and for people that are in a relationship. So I'm really sorry if one part of this reading completely doesn't resonate, just the way the cards are. So let me first get started with the people that are currently in a relationship. For you guys, I'm seeing that your relationship isn't really making you happy. A lot of you are agreeing to go along with things that don't really resonate with you and that don't really make you feel fulfilled. And you end up feeling really burdened at the end of the day. For a lot of you guys, I'm getting that if you are currently in a relationship, you guys argue a lot because you have very different viewpoints and a lot of things, or maybe some of the arguments are even just really petty and don't even have a real purpose attached to them, if that makes any sense. So for a lot of you guys, I'm seeing that. For other people that are in a relationship, I'm seeing that there's a lot of times that you want to argue with your partner, but you feel like it's not going to get you anywhere. So you kind of just don't even bother trying to talk to them. And I feel like that's really not good because there's definitely... I'm really getting the vibe that there needs to be more communication happening if you do want to continue with this connection. However, for most of you guys, I'm getting that if you do choose to continue with this connection, you're going to be stuck in this cycle where you're continuing to go along with things that you don't want to go along with, or you're not communicating with your partner, or you're just fighting all the time for no reason. So I am seeing that the better option for you would be to walk away and to just be single for a while. And a lot of you guys are afraid because you're afraid of being single. I'm getting that you're kind of afraid of just feeling helpless and alone, because for a good majority of you guys that are currently in a relationship, you're very socially dependent on your partner because you don't have that many friends apart from your relationship with them. So you'll feel like if you end up leaving them, then you'll have no one left in your life. Or for the people that do have friends outside of the relationship, I'm still getting the vibe that you'll end up feeling or you're just afraid that you'll end up feeling really alone if you leave the relationship. And I'm getting that for maybe a little bit, yes, you might, but later on, I'm seeing you really step into your personal power and overcome that. So that's what I'm seeing for people that are in a relationship for pile 1. For the rest of 2020. Now let me move on to people that are currently single. For you guys, I'm feeling that you're feeling really lonely right now with love. Maybe you haven't been in a relationship for a really long time, or maybe you're the type of person that just likes being in a relationship and you're not really someone that does well being single. And I'm seeing that right now is just a time for you to really focus on your career and plan for your future and strategize, and also make a financial plan for yourself and just stuff like that. So I'm getting that you first, before you can get into a relationship, need to focus on that and have a solid foundation in terms of your career and schooling, if that is something that applies to you, before you can actually get in a relationship. And you might be feeling really alone. Just if that is the case, try to talk to friends and stuff like that. Yeah, because I'm just not getting the vibe that right now is the right time for you to be in a relationship. If you do try to push for a relationship, I'm getting that you're gonna risk the relationship that I kind of talked about earlier, where you're agreeing to things that don't really resonate with you, and you're just fighting all the time or something like that. If you try to push for a relationship right now, that's the type of relationship that you would attract. So be a little cautious and mindful of what you do and the people that you talk to and stuff like that. And those are all the messages that I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. If it resonated, don't forget to like and comment. Pile number 2, let's get started with your reading. The cards I picked for you guys are the High Priestess, the Devil. I had to censor it a bit. The devil isn't bad in this case, by the way. I'll explain what I mean in a second. The Eight of Wands and the Ace of Wands. So, 2 out of 4 of your cards are the Wands, which represent the fire energy, which represent passion and sexuality. Additionally, the Devil card also talks about sexuality, and the High Priestess just talks about self-exploration. So from all of this, what I'm getting is that the rest of the 2020 for you guys will be focused on really figuring yourself out sexually. So I'm getting that with the Devil card, a lot of you guys are afraid that some aspect of your sexuality wouldn't be approved by society. And this might be because your society is a little more on the conservative side, or they're just not very open-minded in general. Or for other people, if it's not society, then you're afraid of what your family would think or what your friends would think, or just people around your age or something like that. So for a lot of you guys, you're afraid of that. And I'm seeing that's kind of kept you in the past from really coming to terms with your sexuality and embracing yourself for who you are. By the way, I do want to point out that by sexuality, I don't just mean stuff like being bi or being pan or being gay or stuff like that. Like, I'm also talking about kinks and stuff. I'm really getting that vibe here with like the Devil card. It literally shows like this guy with chains and stuff like that, and the 2 people under him have like blindfolds and a gag. But let me not get too into that. So with the High Priestess, I'm really seeing you in the rest of 2020 coming to terms with it and really exploring yourself and accepting yourself for who you are. And the High Priestess also talks about listening to your own voice as opposed to everyone else's. So you're kind of going to really draw inwards and really just try to figure out what you like instead of like listening to other people's inputs and influences, if that makes any sense. What else am I seeing? So for most of you guys, I'm not really seeing you being in a relationship right now. Like, most of you guys are single, and that's completely fine. Right now, you're meant to be single because you're meant to like figure out who you are and what you like and stuff like that. But for the few people that are currently in a relationship, I'm getting the vibe that you feel like there's something missing in your relationship, or you want something more. And I'm really seeing you taking the time to figure out what that thing is, and you communicating with your partner about what it is. And for most of you guys, I'm seeing that your partner would be like really understanding about it and stuff like that. So don't worry too much. For a few of you guys, no, but overall, I'm seeing your love life being good in 2020. So don't worry too much. For the single people though, I'm not really seeing you like getting into a new relationship really, maybe until like towards the end of 2020 or maybe beginning of like 2021. But try not to worry. Just take all the time that you need and really figure yourself out first. And that's all the messages that I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if the reading resonated. Pile number 3, let's see what cards I put for you guys. So first I have the Strength, 10 of Cups, Knight of Cups, and the 10 of Coins. This is like one of my favorite cards to get in a relationship reading, so that's really amazing. Okay, so for about 50% of the people that picked this pile, I'm getting that you're currently single. And for the rest of you guys, I'm seeing that you're in a relationship. So it's a very mixed pile overall in terms of whether you're single or not. But overall, I'm seeing your love life for the rest of 2020 be amazing, like extremely amazing. And I'm also getting like I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by doing this reading and just emotionally very charged, if that makes any sense. So I feel like that's the kind of energy you'll embody when it comes to love for the rest of 2020 yourself as well. Because I kind of just suddenly started feeling it. It wasn't really like there for the rest of the piles that I've done so far. So let me jump into your message. Let me first start with the Knight of Cups card. This I feel represents your partner's energy. The Knight of Cups is someone who is very expressive about their love and very romantic, and they like doing things like buying you flowers and giving you gifts and just complimenting you a lot. So I'm definitely seeing someone doing that for you for the rest of 2020. And for a lot of you guys, I'm getting that like this kind of energy, some of you guys might be afraid that your person would stop doing this after some time passes because they'd get bored of you or something like that. But I'm not really seeing that. I'm seeing them being romantic and acting this way for like years to come until like the end of the relationship. And With the 10 of coins, I'm really seeing this relationship being like extremely long term. Like it's gonna basically last forever, or if not forever, just like a really long time. Because this card really talks about stability, and with like, it talks also about a family because there's like a kid, a dad, and a mom just kind of like living together. And it just talks about two people that are really good life partners as well as romantic partners. So there's definitely going to be like a sense of balance, you know. There's also going to be emotional balance as well. That's what I'm getting with the cups energy, which represents water, which represents emotional balance and harmony and stuff like that. But there's also going to be balance in terms of like the material world, you know. So yeah, overall like an amazing energy. With the strength card, I'm getting that along the way you might run into some obstacles that prevent you from maybe being physically together, or just obstacles in general that kind of start to affect your relationship. But I'm seeing that the relationship regardless will last like a really long time, because this card really talks about that. And with the strength card, it also just talks about perseverance. Like I'm not seeing either of you really give up on the connection no matter what happens in life. Maybe along the line, one of you guys might like be really invested into your career and might not have as much time for the relationship. But I'm seeing the other partner being like really understanding of that and not really like pushing too much and just, you know, backing off for a bit. But you guys will still be in a relationship, but you might not like spend as much time together. Yeah, sorry, I'm talking more about the long term as well instead of just 2020, but that's the message that I'm getting. So that's just what I'm going to tell you guys instead of trying to like only talk about certain aspects of the reading. So for most of you guys, I'm getting that you've already met this person and they're already like in your life. But for some of you guys, you haven't met them yet, and they're basically going to come like a knight in shining armor basically into your life all of a sudden, and they're really going to surprise you. And I feel like right off the bat, they'll be very expressive. If you haven't met them yet, like you'll be surprised at how direct they are with you, and they're gonna like flirt with you very openly. Yeah, so I'm definitely seeing that. With the 6 of Cups, this card can talk about kids. So if that is something that you want for your future, I am seeing your partner wanting that as well. Or just like it can talk about family in general as well. So your partner does want that as well. This card can also just talk about embracing your inner child and making a lot of fun and amazing memories. So that part of the card might apply to you as well. So yeah, amazing love life overall for the rest of 2020. Yeah, very stable and balanced energy. That's pretty much all the messages that I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. If it's subscribed, don't forget to like and comment. Pile number 4, let's see what cards I pulled for you guys. So I have the 7 of Wands, the King of Cups, the 7 of Cups, and the Page of Wands. The number 7 in some way might be significant for you, so keep an eye out for that. The number 7 might not apply to everyone, but for some of you guys it might, so I just wanted to say it. Okay, so I'm gonna split this reading up a little bit because I feel like I'm getting different messages for people that are single and for people that are in a relationship. So first, let me talk about people that are currently in a relationship. So I'm seeing that there's something outside of the relationship that's tempting you. This might be you finding someone else physically attractive, or maybe someone else with like a lot of money or something like that, or maybe someone with like a high social status, or maybe someone that's famous, or just something like that. I'm feeling that you're feeling a little tempted by something, or you're going to be feeling tempted by something that someone else has in the rest of 2020, and that might cause you to do things that are unfaithful. And this is more of a warning for you. I'm not calling you guys cheaters or anything like that, like just keep that in mind. But I'm feeling that a lot of you guys need to hear this message, and I'm just here to be honest with you. So I'm seeing that a lot of you guys are going to be tempted by things like this, and whenever this happens, I want you to really take a step back. Don't act on your impulses. The Page of Wands is someone that really acts on his impulses and jumps into things really quickly without even thinking, versus the King of Cups thinks more about like his heart and emotions and like meaningful connections and stuff like that. So this is the type of energy that I'm getting that you'll be tempted to embody, but what you should be doing is back up a little bit and really think things through. Really see if your actions and behaviors or your words are something that align with who you are inside and are something that align with your values as well. For most of you guys, I'm getting that you'll need to let go of this temptation and to resist it, and yeah, just try to let it go and not engage with it or anything like that. But for some of you guys, I'm getting that maybe this, whatever this thing is that tempts you is going to be really big, and it'll end up making you lose feelings for your current partner that you have. If that happens, don't cheat on that person. Instead, talk to them, communicate, you know, like if you guys want to end the relationship, then I guess that ends up happening, but you need to communicate, because it's not going to sit right with you if you end up cheating or something like that, or doing something that you end up regretting, and it's just like you're basically gonna end up regretting it for a really long time, maybe even for the rest of your life, and it's really gonna weigh down on your conscience. So really think this through and be cautious about what you're doing. Like, be cautious of yourself, if that makes any sense. So that's what the messages that I got for the people that are currently in a relationship. For the people that are currently single, I'm seeing a lot of superficial people approaching you. So be careful of that, because there's a lot of people that have the wrong intentions that maybe might DM you or something like that, or for some of you guys, maybe even physically approach you. For most of you guys, it's going to be like through social media and stuff like that though. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of like potentially harmful people that want to like get with you for the wrong reasons, and they don't really want like a meaningful connection, which is, I'm seeing what you seek. But yeah, so be very careful of stuff like that. Also be careful of like being tempted to jump into a relationship too fast. Really take your time to think through things and see if you guys are actually compatible, because for the rest of 2020, I'm seeing a lot of options coming in for you. And for most of you guys, I am seeing you guys get into a relationship, but there's a huge chance that you'll get into a relationship that isn't really compatible, or where the other partner is just like superficial or something like that and doesn't really like align with who you are as a person. So just be careful. For yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of people coming up in your life, and while some of them are going to be like amazing people for you, most of them aren't. So yeah, be cautious and really take time to think things through and don't jump into things. With the King of Cups, this card talks about forming a meaningful connection with someone. So I'm definitely seeing that happen for the rest of 2020. For most of you guys, it is going to happen in love. But for some of you guys, it might be like a new friend that you make, and you're really going to deepen that connection and really get close to them. And this is probably going to be a connection that you have for like a really long time. And yeah, that's all the messages I got for you. Thank you so much for watching. If it resonated, don't forget to like.